I've been in the UK for nearly 10 years now, so what I'm going to talk about in this video, I'm Rose Peters, is how Christmas in the UK is completely different than it is in the Netherlands. And there are 5 different points that I'm going to go through. Well, Dutch people know that we celebrate Sinterklaas on the 5th of December. Sinterklaas is traditionally a holiday for kids because they get all the presents, they put their shoes and they find presents in it every day. And then they have a big event on the 5th of December. So what that means in practice is that there's nothing Christmas related in the shops before Christmas itself. So until the 5th of December, you're not going to see much Christmas decorations. You're definitely not going to hear Christmas songs. The UK cannot be more different. You already have Christmas office parties that start in November, you have decorations, you have lights everywhere, and then these Christmas songs already start playing in November. So by the time it's actually Christmas, you're kind of sick of those songs, to be honest. There's a very big difference in how the lead up to Christmas is. The second bit is that in the Netherlands, December is a good month because you get your 13th month, so you get an extra payout. And usually what you get from your work as well is like a kind of Christmas package. So normally these are things that are not particularly useful, but nowadays you might see more vouchers, or you could get a lot of like different snacks that you get like in a big box. So everyone, regardless of where you work, you would get one. Even when I had a job as a student, I would get like a little package for Christmas. And it was always nice to come home with just that little bit extra. Well, in the UK you don't get any of that. No extra money, all you're getting is a Christmas party that you probably have to pay for. These Christmas parties are a big thing, so you probably get your money's worth out of it. As I mentioned before, they can start as early in November and they can actually have quite like a fancy location with good food, and you will see everyone is completely dressed up in order to celebrate this party. But you don't get any of that in the Netherlands. So the question is, what do you rather have? More money or a party? The third point really relates to your Christmas dinner. In the UK you have this traditional Christmas dinner and a lot of people still eat turkey. So you can get a lot of other traditional side dishes that come with it. Whereas in the Netherlands this tradition is not there so much. Certainly not turkey. So for us, every Christmas you could have a different type of meal. And because you have to host a lot of the family, all with probably different preferences, you would see some people going to restaurants, or you have more like a buffet type of style that you're getting. Or, well, it's also very popular in the Netherlands, particularly for Boxing Day, it's a type of gourmet. You have all these small things on the table and you actually have your own meat, your own salad, and you kind of prepare your own meal. The fourth point relates to Christmas decoration. If you've ever been to the UK, particularly to London during Christmas, you know there couldn't be any more Christmas decoration. There couldn't be any more blinking lights and glitter and things in the store that you're going to get. Whereas in the Netherlands, this is slowly coming. So as mentioned, it's usually a little bit later because we have Sinterklaas, and now you would see some lights over here and there, but definitely not the same as all the streets that are completely decorated in the UK. Also very different because in Newcastle, where I live, you have Fenwick, which is a big department store. You have in their windows every Christmas they have something different, and you see actually big queues of kids that really want to see those windows and see what's going on there. You would never have that in the Netherlands. Other typical things you get around this time in the UK are your Christmas adverts, such as for instance from John Lewis. You don't have that same kind of feeling in the Netherlands, so it's a little bit less over the top. And where it's less over the top is definitely point 5, and this is when it comes to presents. Because in the Netherlands you've already given presents for Sinterklaas, well, definitely for kids, you don't get as much presents for Christmas. And even for when you get a bit older, you're less likely to get the sheer amount of presents that you're going to get in the UK. What's also quite different is that you're probably not going to have these presents under the tree. So where it can be a real tradition in the UK where you have to get them from under the tree, it's a very specific time where you have to unwrap these presents, you don't get that same kind of feeling in the Netherlands. What can also be quite different is that around Christmas time, you might actually see this in Christmas cards, you will see a lot of families dressed in matching pajamas. Well, I think this is one of the things which is slowly happening in the Netherlands as well, but it's definitely not as common as I've seen it here, because in every store you can buy matching pajamas for the whole family, even for your dog if you wanted to. So these are some of my observations of things that are very different around Christmas time in the UK versus the Netherlands. So if you do want to know more about this topic and how life is as an expat in the UK, then do have a look at these other recommended videos. Thank you for watching.